Oh, we'll go to the Magic. What do you got to say?
Well, it was a Cole Anthony show last night. There was not too much schemed up for Paolo. I thought Paolo did pretty well, but I see him getting kind of flamed on Twitter just because of his shooting efficiency. But defensively, he made some plays, like first play of the game. I just thought it was interesting running all the lineups with, Bobo at the 3, with Wendell, with Bamba, or you have Okeke with, or is it Okeke?
Oh, Chuma Okeke. Chuma
It's not Okeke though. It's not Okeke.
You want to bet on this?
It's like Okeke. It's unless then the Orlando Magic people were getting it wrong, which I don't think that's.
This is what I have been told by a shit times by people that I was saying it wrong. Okay, I think it's on the other one, which is the other regular basketball.
Okeke. I think it's Okeke.
Right.
Yeah.
Chumo Okeke.
I know, but that's not how they were saying it. And they were saying we got it all
pronunciation.
Chuma Okeke. I don't know, man. Go watch the game. They were calling it Okeke.
They're wrong. Commentators are usually wrong.
Anyways, they were just running a bunch of big-ass lineups, and I thought it was extremely dysfunctional. But they're still missing a bunch of pieces. Like, Wagner was out. Isaac's got no timetable still. But, Bobo at the 3. Wendell. Like, they'd have Bombo, Wendell, and Bobo out there at the same time. And they'd have open threes, but it just wasn't running fluidly, so I'm curious to see what they decide to do and how it looks in the regular season. But I just wasn't a big fan of the idea of running all 3 of them, 3 bigs at one time, like Cleveland.
What was it? Paulo. I like the Paulo, Mo Bamba, and Wendell. That's what you're talking about?
That was a little bit better, but yes, still that.
Which one are you talking about? Which one were you talking about?
Well, they ran a bunch of different rotations. That one was the starting group.
Which one were you talking?
All of them in general. Like if I have Mo Wagner out there with Wendell with Bobo, I don't like the way it was at all.
I like the
they
super
had
size.
6 points in the first 6 minutes. I like the idea of super size. That's why I'm saying it didn't work last night. So I'm curious to see.
They got to figure out
season.
They got to figure out which guy can play the 3. Then it works.
And I really don't think it's Bobo. And I think,
in theory, Bobo is the one who could work. But I think Mo Wagner could pull a Lowry Markkanen. I think
that'd be interesting.
Mo Bamba could do it, maybe.
I just don't feel great about it.
I know. I don't think
we'll
Paulo.
See.
I don't think Paulo or Wendell could play the 3. But the whole idea is that when they do that lineup where they have 3 bigs in the game with 2 of them being able to shoot and 1 staying inside, they got to have 2 guards that can facilitate either, meaning they got to have Markelle and Cole, or Cole and Jalen, or Jalen and Markelle on the floor to facilitate for the other guys.
I'm sure Markelle's going to help it out a lot.
I think Markelle's going to have a breakout year, win most improved player. I'm very high on Markelle. You know that. I've been buying Markelle's Fultz stock since Markelle Fultz. I don't know why I said Fultz. Markelle Fultz stock since he got traded. And even me, I had basically a mini series last year covering basically every single one of Markelle Fultz's games. So I'd like to say that I think he's gonna prove people wrong. I mean, again, I think I see Cole Anthony more as a 6th man.
I do too.
And that's nothing against him. Just on this roster, he's a 6th man. Just the way that we need to play.
And he's a perfect 6th man for this roster.
Could Cole Anthony be the starter? Yes. I mean, if Jalen Suggs and RJ Hampton, in my opinion, they've been playing. I mean, even though he had a 7 assists last night, I see him. I've been being this drum all off season that they should play him like Quentin Grimes because he's grown to almost 6'7". So that's my thought with RJ Hampton. He's more of a wing than a guard now. But I think that there could be a problem as if Fultz or Suggs or Hampton can't hit their shot and Anthony's the only one hitting their shot, Anthony's probably going to be forced to be playing hella minutes.
Yeah.
Next to Suggs, then Fultz and Hampton to have a shooter on the floor.
Wagner's going to help that lineup a lot, I would imagine, because especially if, Suggs isn't hitting his shots or Markelle's not hitting his shots, well, What I saw a bunch of last night was wide open big men not making their shots. So I would just rather, but it'll be different. It'll be different. So
I think there's still time, and I think this team offense isn't what's going to be carrying this team. It's going to be defense. This is a defensively driven team, and I think that's going to be what drives this team. So
I'm running Markel, Jalen or Cole, Wagner, Paulo, Wendell. That's my starters. And then we'll see what Isaac will help him a lot.
No, I agree. I think it'll definitely. It's preseason basketball too. Let's always put that. It's a grain of salt. So
Markel Fultz's story is so insane. Like, just I don't know if you definitely remember. Like, you'll see like a video of his new shooting form, shooting free throws, and it's just like, ooh. It was a long story. It was a long ride, but I think we've arrived.
I think we finally arrived too, and I think everything's going to come to fruition that we've been expecting from Markel Fultz this coming year. Like, it's going to have to happen, and I think the reason why is like they're going to implement the idea. And Jamal Mosley comes from the Dallas Mavericks, and he's going to tell Markel, "You're going to drive. You're either going to when you drive, you're either going to attack the rim and draw the foul, or finish the play, or get an and one." Or if you're not going to drive and attack the rim, you're going to drive so hard that they think you're going to attack the rim, but then you're going to have 4 motherfuckers standing at the 3-point line, and you're going to kick out like you're Jalen Brunson or Luka Doncic.